So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and of course I thought to share with you guys where this brother actually shared the experience he had with a former firefighter and how they were told to do whatever they have to do to black people. Guys, you guys just need to listen to this and become very vigilant. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Quick story that has me literally shaking right now. So for context, I drive trucks and I stop at this Denny's to grab a coffee because I'm addicted to caffeine. I went in there to get my coffee to go and then I walked to the bathroom, but as I'm walking to the bathroom, it's this old guy sitting to the left with about 12 people that's celebrating his 89th birthday. I got a call from my dispatcher and he was like, yo, you can chill, no rush, they're not ready for the freight, so you can relax a little bit. Sat down, ordered some food, so now I'm sitting like across from the guy that's celebrating his birthday. Time goes by, I'm down there at the end of my meal and everybody that basically came to celebrate with him had left, so now it's just him and his wife. So as I get up to go wash my hands, I see him and I give him a smile. I'm like, happy birthday, young man, 89. That's a lot of memory to have. Here's the thing, I don't even know why I said that. He could have had Alzheimer's. I'm not even sure what I meant by that. Like, but that's what I said. And he said, well, thank you, young man. And he smiled and he kind of just stared at me and I just walked back there and washed my fucking hands. So I come back and his wife is gone. She's talking to some other lady that goes to the same church they do. And he sees me, he says, come here, come here, come here. And I said, yes. And he said, there are way too many things that I wish I could forget. And I said, yeah, man, you make it to damn near 100 years old. I'm pretty sure you got a handful of regrets. And he looked at me with the most serious look ever and said, you have no idea. Well, now I'm curious. Do tell. He said, you know, I used to be a firefighter through the 60s and 70s. I said, that's what's up. That's a very commendable job. And he said, yeah, it should be. He said the 60s and 70s was a different time in every way possible. You know that, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no shit. He said back in those times I was a way different man, and who knew that we'd get to the point where we are in society today and I'd be feeling the way I'm feeling about the decisions that I made back in those times. So I'm like, man, if you won't fucking tell me, bro. So right before he took a very long pause, he looked at me and said, back in those times it was very common for firefighters that looked like me to leave people that looked like you in burning houses and buildings and horrible situations just to say they couldn't get to us. He said more times than he'd like to admit, he would hear screaming black people and children in burning buildings and houses and apartments and stores and cars, and he would literally just pretend he didn't hear it. He said his last time doing it was when he made eye contact with the baby that he deliberately went into a building to save and deliberately didn't. And he said that was the last time he did it, and he quit that year. He said the nightmare still hasn't stopped. He still hasn't forgiven himself, and therapy helps, but it's still a living nightmare to have those memories. And I guess that shit just shocked me so much because when it came to firefighters, I never thought of them like that. Like when it came to like police officers, lawyers and judges and everybody else, we knew they didn't give a fuck, especially police officers. We knew they didn't give a fuck about us. But I don't know why that didn't click to me that, no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody had a hand in deliberately making our lives worse. When I calmed down from being mad enough to want to pull the plug on his ass, I thought about it. And I was like, of course they did this. Of course they did this shit. Duh. Like, why was I even shocked? Like, of course. But it is something that I cannot think about for too long, because that visual of you fake going to save somebody and not saving them because of the color of their skin and the entire 911 understanding because, oh yeah, you couldn't get Jamal. Oh well, just another one gone. Like that shit. I don't know. The conversation ended with him staring at me, making that last statement, and me staring back at him, telling him I gotta finish my route. I hope you enjoy the rest of your birthday. The last thing he said is, I hate myself for it. And I said, my boss is calling. I hope you enjoy the rest of your birthday. I've had so many people hit me up in my DMs to tell me that shit is still going on. So many 911 workers to tell me, so many nurses, so many cops, so many people tell me that shit is still going on. And it's weird because it's like, you ever find out some information you already knew the answer to? It's like, yeah, I know that, but to hear it out loud from people that know it for sure, it's way different. I don't know why he chose to tell me, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only black person that he stopped and told this shit to. Just don't understand how somebody can be so evil and just one day not be. How a society can give birth to and breed so many heartless, soulless people for them to just wake up one day and be like, maybe we made a mistake. And this is just one of the few of them that feel like they actually made a mistake. A lot of them feel like it was nothing wrong with what they were doing and wish everything was still the fucking same. Here's the thing. This incident happened over 3 months ago. I recorded that video 3 months ago. It's been in my draft that long. I didn't want to fucking post it, but for whatever reason, I could not delete the shit. So the other day when I was going through all my drafts and I was looking and I was going through and trying to figure out what to post, I kept seeing that shit, and I swear to God, something said, post it now. Post it now. Because I usually just delete them after a couple days if I don't post them. But something said, post it now. Right fucking now. And I did. And I really wish he didn't tell me this shit, because me being cursed with the burden of that information did nothing but fuel my imagination, and now I can't get the images out of my fucking head. But also, we have images of racist white firefighters spraying black people with the fire hose on the hardest pressure, ripping our fucking skin off. And this is shit that we can Google. We can look that up on YouTube. Then why is it so hard to hear that they let us burn? Why does that feel like a different level of evil? Why is that still so surprising? Like, but then again, it's not. But yeah.
There is black genocide in the USA. They are killing black people in the USA.
This is for all the black folks that keep passing around that white supremacist propaganda that Africans do not care about African Americans. Africans don't like African Americans. Africans don't want us in Africa. That is false. Stop letting them condition you with self-hatred. I would rather live in a place with issues that I'm welcome in than to be in a place with the same issues that I'm not welcome in.
Like, seriously, lovelies, these people have really done terrible things. Like, I cannot even begin to imagine the kind of guilt that he has been living with for a very long time, up to 80 something years. And sometimes I ask myself, why is it that people often talk about karma? People talk about repercussions. People talk about, but these people that does evil deeds, people like this, he still have celebrations to make. He still have so many of the celebrations to make after, knowing fully well what he has actually done, the atrocities he has actually committed. Sometimes I ask myself this question: how do people continue to live their life knowing fully well that they are the reason why a particular people's life was actually cut short? How do people continue to live and enjoy their life when they know that they have hurt some group of people so terribly? How can people continue to live a fulfilling life after destroying the life of other people? How do you even look at yourself? Like, how do you get this fulfillment that I have done a terrible thing, so I'm just gonna go ahead, continue living my life and don't give a damn of anything that anyone have to say about it? How do people still pretend that everything is alright after you must have done terrible things to people? How can you stand, that you are of help to people, you are of help to some little ones, and you're just watching them, seeing them crying out for help, seeing them reaching out for you to come help them? You see those innocent souls reaching out for you to help them, and you can actually help them. You have all the resources to help them, but all because of, you know, the kind of human you are, you're just gonna enjoy seeing these people wallow in pain. Then while they're reaching out on you, you have all the capability, the resources to actually help out, but no, you don't want to do that because these people do not actually look like me, they don't have my kind of color, so why would I do that? And you have been living with this all your life. I think that, he's been haunted, or he's been hurt for him to, every of his birthday, he keep on, remembering what he has done. I just wish him everything he wish himself. He should just keep on remembering whatsoever he has done to people that have not nothing to him, because you think that you have the privilege to do that, because you think that these people, that are undeserving, they are less human, so I can just do whatever I want to do with them and get away with it. Like, he was just comfortably watching them, seeing them wallow in pains, and he's just enjoying it. Like, how ironical, how painful this was to listen to. Like, this is just so terrible. Sometimes I was like, why is it that no repercussion? Why is it that these people are not being hunted? But they are. Maybe they won't, they can't come out to say it, but they are. For him to actually, sit down on his birthday and try to like tell it to a black man's face that, okay, this is actually what I did, and he was just saying it because he knew that, okay, after saying this, there's nothing that can be done, so the deal has been done. So he could just, like, seriously, Lovelace, how. And this was not even something that happened during, the 400 years that people used to talk about. It is something that he's 84. I mean, it's probably when, slavery has been abolished and all of that. But because of they are not happy, they just want to continue with their evil heart. They want to continue with all the evil art that was taught by their forefathers. How could you do such a thing to a human that has the same, like you, and you call yourself a complete human being? No, you are not. You are not. Because most of the things I hear, especially all the historical facts, and I keep on asking myself, is it the same kind of human being that looks like me, or that reasons like me? Or is it that in those days there are different kind of human? But I noticed that it is the same kind of human being that looks like me, because even on our today, there are so many people that still reason and things like this. Yesterday, I posted a video of pan-colored couple doing the same thing to 5 kids. They adopted them all in the printers of adoption, brought them to their home, but they enslaved them. See what I'm saying? It is still happening in 2024, and the society is not doing anything about it. Okay, you just go and serve term, and after your term is you come out. How can you, as couple, you wanted to adopt, you went over there, adopt, and you decided to enslave the adopted kid? Like, seriously? And the society will just, okay, they're just gonna serve time, go to jail, and blah blah blah. That is it. Like, seriously, this is still happening in 2024. Like, what is it that? Or am I even asking? Which I already know. I already know, because black is the chosen one. Like, but this is just so terrible. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video? And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please, share this video, subscribe to this channel if you are here to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Watch up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video? And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.